July 10th, 2010, the Peace Hall, Halifax. The Discover Palestine Festival opens as a celebration of the Palestinian people and their culture. The weather is kind. Dabka dancers from the Laji Centre Aida Refugee Camp Bethlehem show off their marvellous narrative dances.
The reason we wanted to have this festival is because we feel that there are many negative stereotypes of Palestine and Palestinian people currently in our country and in our media. And it's our belief that the Palestinians are a people that would reward close study for all sorts of reasons. We know that they're living in very desperate political situation in the West Bank and in Gaza. We hear about it on the television. And I think this feeds into some of these negative stereotypes with people turning away from the word Palestine. And yet, what we wanted to do within this festival is to invite people to discover Palestine. That's why we called it Discover Palestine, find out about Palestine.
Halifax's own samba band, made up of local people and asylum seekers who meet up at the St Augustine's Centre, get the show on the road.
Okay, everybody, can I welcome everyone here to the official unveiling of the Friendship and Solidarity wall hanging. Just a little bit about why we undertook this project. Palestinian embroidery, or tatreez, is a very important part of the Palestinian culture. Before 1948, Palestinians lived in a very stable society, and in their villages, embroidery was practiced which reflected the traditions of that particular village, and things were handed down from mother to daughter and through the generations.
In the marquee, a wall hanging made up of cross-stitched squares from many local and some distant sewers is to be displayed.
So, at this stage, we will unveil this marvellous piece of work. Just pretend you haven't seen it. I think it'll just fall off, won't it?
We made it here, all the way from Palestine, from the Holy Land, from Bethlehem, Jerusalem, and all the Palestinian cities. We would like to thank you all for being here, for joining us in this festival and to celebrate the Palestinian culture and the Palestinian identity.
Khulud Al-Jama is the interpreter for the group and one of the chaperones for the young dancers.
As a way of self-identity and as a way of resistance. So these young people, you'll see in a minute, are here to resist the occupation. They made all the way from Palestine to Halifax.
Dabka dance tells a story. It's a living history as well as an art form.
So please give warm welcome to the Laji Dabka troupe.
The technology decides to be temperamental. Twice. The second time, the dancers continue, without the recorded music, making their own, showing a poise and aplomb beyond their years. At the end, great applause.
What an incredible bond they've got between them. These kids are united in a way that we should envy. they've got a common purpose, they're disciplined, they work hard on the dance because the dance isn't just a dance. The dance is part of their identity and part of their cultural heritage as Palestine. And in a kind of way, very importantly, it's a sort of artistic resistance to the political oppression that they are suffering. They're not going to just throw up their hands and fall down on the floor and give up. They are proclaiming through their dance their identity as Palestinians, and they are united in that, and that gives them a strength, and it gives them a harmony, and it gives them a real togetherness. This is a cultural festival, but I think it's important to say that on a political level, what the Palestinians are asking for, quite simply, is the application of international law and respect for United Nations resolutions. And they're not asking for anything more than that, because they have this belief in a cause that they are a nation, they are a people, and they want to keep together and protect their identity, assert their identity through artistic, cultural means, and just tell the world, you know, we're here, and this is all that we're asking for.
Well, I'll tell you a story, make it clear as I can, about the faraway troubles in the Holy Land. Pictures of the children etched in my mind, laying down their bodies on the firing line. And the people who live there, they live under the gun.
Roy Bailey, songwriter and activist, offers a different way of telling his story about Palestine. Single voice, single guitar, listening audience.
Airplanes in the sky, everybody knows someone who had to die. Oh, Palestine, there's a hole in your soul. Oh, Palestine, will it ever be whole?
Why do we call this song a baker's dozen?
Because it's 13 beats instead of 12.
Reem Kalani, Palestinian singer born in Manchester, puts local children through their paces. Children from 2 Halifax and 1 Hebden Bridge school have been involved, and most are making their first public appearance. The Laji Dabka dancers had worked for 3 days solidly with children from 2 local schools. John Benny, dancer and dance teacher, had worked with them to produce a modern expressionist piece. Nazim, their own teacher from Bethlehem, had put them through their Dabka paces.
Make it, do it, makes us